What's up, guys? Gold Dizzy here. I'm going to talk about Raw from last night. It was a very, very mediocre show. Nothing very spectacular happened last night. I don't even know if I could really call it mediocre. It was just really bleh. It's really the best way I could describe it. But out of all that shittiness that happened last night, I did find something that was good. I was able to find things that was good, you know. Number one, things that I liked was Jack Swagger coming back. He finally made his return back to Raw, and he wrestled John Cena. And they put on a hell of a match. If you guys didn't like that match, must be something wrong with you. But John Cena and Jack Swagger last night was the best match of the night, without a doubt. Swagger was reversing all of John Cena's signature moves, blocking them. I mean, they just put on a really good show. Of course, John Cena won, but it was a great performance by both wrestlers. Also, Sheamus made his had his first fight since becoming champion against MVP. I liked how Sheamus pretty much dominated MVP throughout that whole match. Kind of solidifying him as a rightful champion, and I really enjoyed that. Another thing I liked was Chris Masters. You know, I don't know what happened with that guy, but he went from being just an kind of wrestler to being kind of cool. I mean, he's got a different kind of swagger about him right now, and I'm really liking it. I'm liking that he's hanging out with Eve. She's a very good-looking gal, and, you know, they look pretty good together. I mean, I think she's doing wonders for him. The whole little Carlito feud that he's having right now is pretty good for him. It's giving him a decent little push. He's getting airtime, and, you know, he's not that bad of a wrestler. Sure, his finisher is the Master Lock, which is just a full Nelson, but, you know, he makes it look pretty devastating, you know, and, yeah, I have to give props to Chris Masters. You know, he's doing a pretty decent job. Now, there was definitely one wrestler last night that was an absolute standout, and it's Evan Bourne. The Kofi Kingston, Evan Bourne, Mark Henry match taking on Orton and Legacy. Of course, Kofi Kingston's team won, but Evan Bourne was amazing in that match. He's always really good at making the other guy look great. And he's the best wrestler, I think, that can handle an ass whipping. You know what I'm saying? He can get his ass whipped, but make the other guy look good, you know, while doing so. But he did an awesome job. We got to see the shooting star press, or the airborne, whatever you want to call, and it was really good. I liked Evan Bourne. I think he did a hell of a job. Now, of course, there was a lot of shitty moments. Number one, Johnny Damon was the host. I think he sucked. Of course, what's new? What else is new with the Raw host sucking? Usually they all do. But that was right off the bat. D-Hex, Little People's Court. Now, when I first heard about the Little People's Court, oh so many weeks ago, I was kind of looking forward to it, because I wasn't too sure with how they were going to do it, but it finally came last week, and I don't know what the hell they were trying to prove or trying to fool, but they show a segment of them when the arena's empty. I guess it was before the show started. They being Triple H and Shawn Michaels. They crawl under the ring, and then poof, out of nowhere, they're in the fucking hallway. And they go through this door, and of course there's a bunch of little people, and they go to court, they're found guilty, blah, 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 blah. It was real shitty. And then it shows them crawling back out under the ring, you know? I mean, that's really gay. I mean, I don't know why on earth they're doing anything like that. You know, WWE is not a kid's show, okay? It's not a kid's show. Only people under the age of 10 might enjoy that segment, okay? The mysterious little people's room under the ring is not fooling anybody that's above the age of 10, okay? It's really fucking ridiculous, to be quite honest. DX is fucking pathetic right now. Yeah, it's just bullshit. Everything about DX is shit. I mean, I hate DX. They are terrible. They are the tag team champions, and I cannot wait till Friday. I really hope that Hart Dynasty can really give them a run for their money. I know they're not going to lose the titles on SmackDown, but I hope that sparks the feud between the Hart Dynasty so that when Bret Hart comes, he can help manage the Hart Dynasty and they can go to WrestleMania and take the damn tag team titles away from DX because they suck. Or hopefully they can do it before WrestleMania. Maybe a Royal Rumble or the next pay-per-view. But yeah, DX is just fucking for kids, man. We all know that. There's nothing cool about them. Nothing at all. They're all about selling merchandise and telling stupid ass jokes and being completely retarded. There's nothing cool about them whatsoever. One more thing I did like. I liked Mae Young showing up, giving a big wet one to Johnny Damon. I thought that was funny. You know, Mae Young, she's old. She's been in wrestling forever. It's always nice to see her. Usually her appearances aren't that great, but I mean, this one really wasn't that great. But it was just cool to see Johnny Damon get, lip locked by an old 80-year-old lady. And then, of course, Johnny Damon mentions Bret Hart to Vince McMahon. I hear Bret Hart's going to host Raw. And then Vince McMahon goes, Johnny Damon, this is the holiday season. That's kind of a bah humbug question or statement. And he walks away, and Johnny Damon goes, what a jerk. I thought that was kind of funny. But of course, throughout the whole night, we got to see five different legends, I think, 4 or 5 different legends dressed up as Santa Claus. Sergeant Slaughter, American Dream, IRS. I can't remember if anybody else was. I said 4 or 5, but whoever. That was kind of silly. It was alright, I guess. Santino was dressed up as Santa Claus, and he had a match with The Miz. Very stupid. Miz won. It was just dumb. The very last segment of the whole show was the Big Show coming out, demanding that the real Santa Claus come out and grant him his wish, which was to have Chris Jericho back on Raw. Santa Claus comes out. Of course, it's Chris Jericho dressed up as Santa. He agrees, and then all of a sudden Hornswoggle and all these bunch of little people come out of the ring. The little DX army, I guess is what they were calling it. And Big Show fucked some little people up, dude. He was pushing them. He picked up that one and did a side slam on him, dude. I was like, wow, that's pretty brutal. He was picking them up by their legs and dangling them over the rope and throwing them out. I mean, pretty hardcore. And then, of course, the real DX comes out, and they clean house, and DX is like, okay, if you drop the court, the guilty plea or whatever it was, we'll let you be the mascot. So now Hornswoggle's the mascot of DX? Wow. D-Generation X, or I'm sorry, DX should now be known as Disney X, because there is nothing degenerate about them. They are not crazy. They are not over the top. They are not risque whatsoever. They are straight up Disney-fied. So that D in D-Generation X should stand for Disney. Disney X. Can you wait, no, they don't say that no more. Yeah, that was Raw. It really wasn't that good. I'd have to give it a 5 out of 10 if anything. Maybe not even a 5, maybe a 4. It just really wasn't that good. I was able to find cool things about it. Like I said, Swagger and Cena was amazing. I loved it. I loved how Evan Bourne, showcased his talent. And I love Chris Masters, making a name for himself. That's it. That was my Raw review / rant. This is Gold Dizzy. Peace out. Word.